Hey everyone, today I wanted to do a quick talking video. I don't really ever do these videos where I just kind of sit down in front of the camera and talk about a certain topic or issue or whatever, except for my sexual harassment video. And a lot of you really appreciated hearing my opinion on that, and as well as a bit of advice. So what I want to talk about is bullying and sexual harassment at school, which people probably don't even realise that sexual harassment goes on at school as much as it does. And I know that when I put this up, people are going to find holes in things that I say and kind of rip me apart for it. So what I'm going to say as a disclaimer at the start of this video is that I'm not talking generally, I'm talking kind of specifically. If I talk about a boy doing it to girl, doesn't mean that boys don't do it to boys, doesn't mean that girls don't do it to girls, doesn't mean that girls don't do it to boys. I'm not I hate it when people kind of try and pick up on that as if I'm saying that only guys sexually harass girls. I'm not saying that. I'm also not saying that only guys bully girls or that girls bully girls. So let's get that out there. Don't take everything that I say to just be that. There is more to it than what I'm going to talk about. So the reason that I decided to talk about this is that one of you actually contacted me on Twitter a while ago saying that you were experiencing sexual harassment at school. So that's why I want to talk about it, but I'm also going to talk a bit about bullying and my experiences in it. When I was at school, I would never say I get bullied at school or, you know, I'm being bullied, because I didn't consider myself to be being bullied, because I know that people get it a lot worse than what I got it. Looking back on it now, it was bullying, and any form of, you know, people picking on you for whatever reason. If they're doing something to make you feel bad, it's bullying. If they're humiliating you in front of people, it's bullying. If they're belittling you, it's bullying. If they're pretending to be your friend and then doing things that aren't friendly, then that's bullying. What happened with me is I was very tall at school. I stood out from a crowd. I never wore makeup and I have small eyes and I looked a bit weird and I had weird teeth and I had acne and I was tall and skinny, and I think people found it an easy target to have little digs at me. And as I said, I wasn't severely bullied. It wasn't something, probably people at my school probably don't even know that it happened. When I was younger, I was maybe a bit skinnier than most people, and obviously I was tall. People love to comment on that, which isn't nice. It's kind of like how overweight people would feel if they were being called fat. People that are slim don't like being called skinny or anorexic or anything like that. There were a few people in certain classes that would pick on okay, so I used to sweat a lot. I do still sweat a lot. Like, I have really clammy hands. Like, I went to grab something and someone else went to grab something and we kind of touched hands, and they made this massive scene about how my hands were sweaty and that meant that I was dirty because I hadn't been washing and stuff like that, which is ridiculous now thinking about it. I feel like when you're younger, everything's blown out of proportion, so something that's really not a big deal, like if you have a few spots or if you're sweaty or if, you know, like if you've got sweat marks, now that I'm older, people don't care about that. So it's just weird how kids think that everything's so much worse than it is and kind of make a big deal out of things that aren't a big deal. And also there was a girl who was in a few years older than me. She used to kind of actively go out of her way to take the mick out of me in front of her friends, which was really irritating and annoying. She used to kind of she'd compliment me, but it was clearly not a proper compliment, and then everyone would laugh. Like, she'd say, "Oh Hannah, you look so pretty today," and then everyone would laugh. Because I wouldn't be wearing any makeup and I'd have scraggy hair and, you know, I'd look a mess, so it was clearly a joke. And she'd tell everyone and she'd say it and then everyone would laugh, and that was kind of not very nice. I feel like telling my mum was the best thing I could do, because I kind of then had that support system at home, which is kind of the thing that helped me through it, because I didn't want to go and tell a teacher and then get a teacher to tell her off, because then I'm a snitch and I'll get even more abuse. So I came home, told my mum. Me and my mum had this massive conversation, and then I just kind of realised, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, if she takes the piss out of that my shoes have got a hole in, does that really affect my life that much? No, not really. And I always knew that my spots were going to heal and that I was going to fill out, and that, you know, I was going to grow up. We were both going to grow up at some point, and then it wouldn't be a big deal anymore. So I just kind of stopped caring. and she kind of got bored of it, I think. I feel like if you're getting bullied at school, yes, tell the teacher if it's really bad. If it's like bad to the point where you don't want to go to school because of it, then you should probably tell the teacher. You need to tell them how it makes you feel, what's going on and what you want to come of it. And that's kind of the best advice I can give on that. And I always think you need to tell someone at home. There's no point in pretending that it's not happening, because then you're just on your own in the whole thing and you need people to talk to. I feel like that helped me a lot. The girl that was sexually harassed at school, and I feel like it does happen a lot, not in ways that people might think or would consider to be sexual harassment, but it is. At school, this guy always used to touch my thigh, like in class. That's not okay. Like, that's weird. And I never said anything about it because I didn't realise that it was wrong. But it's not okay. If I don't want someone touching my body, they shouldn't be touching my body. If you don't want someone touching you, they shouldn't be touching you. End of. Simple. Whether it's a girl, whether it's a guy, whether it's a friend, whether it's a relative, whether it's a teacher. If anything like that ever happens, you need to tell someone, because otherwise that could carry on. So until you make it known that that's not okay, then they might think that they can continue doing it. So let them know it's not okay, and if it carries on, then you tell a teacher, and you tell your friends, and you tell a parent, and you build yourself this support group of people that know what's going on, so that if anything progresses or gets worse, they already know about it. What I really want to do on this topic area is to leave the comments open, and so we can have a discussion down there. So if you have an experience that you want to share, then feel free to do that below. And also, if you've been through it and got over it and you have some advice to share with people, or you've not been through it but you have some good advice to share, then leave that below as well. So feel free to ask whatever you want. If you have a problem and you want advice, then let's all help each other out in comments. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want to see next time, and if there's any other topic areas that you want me to cover. I know people have requested quite a bit about choosing whether or not to go to university, and also about sex and consent and everything surrounding that stuff. So let me know what you want me to talk about next time, and I will see you then. Bye!